Tomorrow will be sunny during the day, but at night the Blood Moon Convergence will cause the dead to walk. So expect some zombie, skeleton, and ghost activity in the evening, continuing until the light of the sun burns them away on Wednesday, since Tuesday will be stormy and heavily overcast.
Great. Let's leave. That's your weather on Kingdom of Stone Tree Broadcasting.
There are still a lot of zombies. Should we tell someone?
The clerics, I guess. Or I guess I could call Erdan, get a necromancer's.
You're speaking stone?
Yeah, hold on. Hello?
Arenthaer? It's Erdan. I don't suppose you're in the Stalmvor Cemetery, are you?
I was just about to call you. And as a matter of fact, yes. How'd you know?
So, I don't know if you noticed, but the cemetery is full of zombies.
It hadn't escaped my attention.
They're my zombies, and I can hear you fighting them. Your combat has a rather distinct sound.
Erdan, zombies are illegal inside towns.
I didn't make them on purpose.
What?
Okay, so tonight and tomorrow is the Blood Moon Convergence, a natural source of free necromantic energy.
Right. The dead will walk all over. Why are these zombies yours?
Well, mostly the necromantic energy of the Convergence is so spread out that all you get is harmless ghosts. Small hauntings, maybe a zombie or two in an area of pre-existing necromantic energy. I was trying to focus and amplify the Convergence energy in a small area to supercharge the skeletons for my symphony. And I sort of miscalculated. Instead of just amplifying it in the concert hall, it amplified over the entire city of Stone Tree.
Ah.
So, luckily for me, there are only a few areas where corporeal undead are a real threat. I've got my hands full managing my supercharged undead symphony, and most of the other loose corpses in town belong either to other necromancers or are being prepared for burial in Stalmvor's temples. And in the temples, the clerics can make short work of the risen dead.
And other than that, there's the cemetery.
Right. And even more luckily for me, my retired adventurer brother decided that it was a good place to hang out.
Oh. What do you need me to do?
I've got a specially prepared skull that should act as a sort of trap for the excess necromantic energy. McLean is bringing it to you already. Super simple. You don't even need to worry about crossing the streams.
Aww, hi, kitten. Oh, McLean, who's such a good familiar?
McLean says he wishes you would stop that.
Sorry.
So I take the skull and just wave it around?
Well, for best results, you should find the highest concentration of necromantic energy and liberate it.
You mean find the biggest zombie and blow it up?
Yes. Absorbing a lot of power will prime the skull, and it'll start actively draining the rest of the zombies.
Got it. I'll call you back when it's done. Hey, Finola? Any thoughts on which direction we should look for the big zombie in?
I've already done quite a bit of divination today, but I guess one more quick one wouldn't hurt. Pick a card, any card.
I'll take this one.
The King of Hearts.
Ah, crud.
Yep, the king at the heart of the cemetery, the royal mausoleum.
It's this way. Well, here it is. Say, it's not regicide to kill a king who's already dead, is it?
King Albano's been a ghost for, 400 years now? So, I guess it might be? Do animated corpses still count as kings? I mean, obviously the soul isn't there.
Well, let's find out. Uh-oh.
What?
I was sort of kidding, but guess what? the biggest zombie in there is King Albano.
You know, I always wondered what happened to his body.
It looks pretty good for being a 400-year-old corpse.
I've decided it's not regicide.
Well, why not?
Because they behead you for that. And I already know that's not how you die.
Oh, good. Wait, what?
Never mind. Now get in there and destroy that regal corpse.
Well, hold on. I can't blast it apart with just anything. I need something with pomp, with ceremony.
Undead are wreaking havoc all across the city. Is now really the time for ceremony?
Hey, all undead in Stone Tree are supercharged and running amok right now.
That's what Erdan said.
So, what's happening with King Albano's ghost at Stone Tree Keep?
Your Majesty, really, this poltergeist activity is exceedingly unseemly, sire. Sire, I recommend most strongly that you put the ambassador from Erdan down gently, gently.
It's probably fine. I know what I have to do. Ta-da!
Okay, that was pretty cool. Here's the skull.
Thanks. I guess I'll just wave it around in here?
I think that's all of them.
Right. I'm gonna set it down. It's uncomfortably warm and also pulsing. Bones should not pulse like that. Erdan,
Arenthaer? Is it done?
there aren't any more zombies here, so I think so.
Good. Listen, don't put the skull down.
Why not?
Granger is the final ingredient that activates it, and since you're in the cemetery... What was that?
Foolish flesh beings, your own magics have wrought your undoing.
Arenthaer, there was one thing I told you not to do. Just one.
After! You told me not to do it after it was already done!
Pitiful mortals, reap the consequences of your substandard communication skills.
Rude.
Tremble in terror, for I intend to grind all Verhaalgard under my heel at the head of an army of the undead.
Heal?
What?
I mean, you said you want to grind Verhaalgard under your heel, but you haven't got one. A heel. Because you're just a skull. I will grant you that technically, you could be the head of an army of undead.
Transient simpleton! I shall levitate myself through sheer force of will.
Can it do that?
No. It's an unusually sturdy undead, and if it had a body, it would be a force to be reckoned with. It can't spell if it had fingers, but it doesn't.
Do I have any special powers?
You can talk.
Yes, through my insidious words and poisoned tongue, figuratively speaking, I shall bring the world of ephemeral dolts to its knees. Ow!
You can behave yourself, or I'll drop you into a privy.
This is so unfair.
Well, life isn't fair. And I suppose neither is unlife.
What do we do with it? Can we just destroy it?
Hey!
Not safely. It would release all the stored necromantic energy.
I can bring it to your tower for you to deal with.
Not a good idea.
Why not?
The only thing keeping that thing from being a threat is the fact that it has no arms or legs. Do you really think it's a good idea to bring it to a place literally littered with skeleton arms and legs?
Good point. I guess I'll have to bring it back to the station.
Quit talking about me like I wasn't here, fleshbag. I have a name.
What is it?
What? It is Death Reaper the Undying.
You just made that up.
All names are made up.
We're not calling you that. I think I will call you Richard.
Richard the Skull?
Well, it's not very impressive.
You're right. It needs something. Something more technical sounding. Scientific.
Like what?
Cranium. The proper name for the skull bone.
Richard Cranium?
Yes, all shall tremble before the awesome might of Richard Cranium, Skull of Terror.
See, it fits, because he's kind of a
As much as I'd like to continue this, I have an undead horde to turn back into a symphony. Thanks for your help.
No problem. I know if I accidentally unleashed a plague of the undead onto the city, you'd help me out too. Talk to you later.
Ooh, wait. Richard Cranium, Plague of the Undead. That is much cooler than Skull of Terror.
But when you say it like that, it makes it sound like you're a plague on the undead. Like, your presence is a threat to other skeletons and stuff.
That's a good point.
Okay. It was a long day today, and I want to go home. To everyone at home, I say stay inside, lock your doors, and this whole zombie apocalypse thing will be over by Wednesday. You're listening to Kingdom...
Dulcet tones of Richard Cranium, dread...
You shut up now. Let's just go.